Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.
Hello and welcome to Nirmal, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Hiva Dadia. We have with us Kunal Shah, head of Commodities Research, joining in. Welcome to the show, Kunal. My first question coming to you is with what's happening with regards to gold. Fourth consecutive session where we've seen a downtick. In fact, almost 4,500 rupees is what we've seen a cut from this month's high. Do you think this trend will continue for some time now? And what is the bottom we could see right now?
Yeah, so as far as gold is concerned, my fundamental outlook is very bullish for long term, like I always say. But I explained on the Friday also, I'm explaining today also that the short term there is going to be sell on rise. So I'm not expecting gold to immediately shoot up. Today morning dollar index has weakened. So last week also we saw there was a day when dollar index weakened from 90 to 80 to 92, and during the same day even gold and silver corrected. So what is basically why this is happening? There is a strong profit taking going on. So
Mm,
the only asset class which has delivered 40% return in a matter of 6 months is gold. So now the people who have gone long in this, with every rise they are trying to take the profits and they are trying to quit the market. And if for example if gold comes down to 50 or 49,500 or something like that, it becomes very attractive for them to again rebuy it and enter into long position. So my outlook is still the same. For evening session I will recommend everyone to they can go short in gold at around 70 52,000, 51,950 to 2,000, good levels to go short. If
mm,
that doesn't come, even one can go short around 51,820 to 830. Downside target 51,500.
mm.
On breaking 51,500, 5250 to 200. So not expecting a major upside in gold. Similar view with silver. Even silver, I'm not expecting it to breach and cross levels above 60, 7,500, 68,000. These are the levels where silver is likely to get some resistance. So during evening session, whatever spike which is coming, I will sell that. Today the dollar index is weakened marginally, so there is a strong case that before it going down, it can shoot up. So wait for gold and silver to move up, and the levels where I've mentioned, at that time you can go short rather than shorting at market. So on Friday also, what we saw that gold is taking support around $19-20, not going below that. So I think those are the levels where one should keep an eye on. Breaking 1920, you can see 1900 or 1890. But my view is wait for a spike, then go short. That is very clear.
Right. And how is the trend now looking like, in terms of where crude is concerned as well? Because overall, if you go to see, there are strict rebalancing measures that are being taken by the OPEC. You have Saudi Arabia's crude oil exports that have dipped to record low, at least the data that came in for the month of June. Now, all of this, if you go to see, do you think there is a possibility that we could sustain at that 40, $45 per barrel right now?
Yeah. So before we go on to crude oil, today MCX has launched its Bulldex, the Bullion Index.
Hmm.
We have initiated a sell call because I clearly told my view, and from morning everyone was asking for a call in it. So we had no choice to wait for a spike. So now I would like to explain why this is good for your clients and why we should actively pursue it. The reason it is good is that if you look the volatility in gold and silver, and if you look at the volatility of MCX Bulldex, so because silver is having a 30% weightage in this and gold is having a 70% weightage, we all know silver is more volatile in nature than as compared to gold. Okay, so here it is so somebody who wants to trade it, wants to make money, and wants to avoid that huge swings of silver. So combine gold and silver exposure, what you can take, and then you can act on it. So this is very good product. So we will keep giving calls, but unfortunately the movement is not going to be the great like silver and gold. So it will take a lot of time for target to achieve and the stop loss to come. So the next call, what we are going to give, we'll try to make sure that the stop loss and the targets will be relatively very low.
Mm,
So maximum 16,350, 300. That is the upside what you can see, not above that. And I think it should go down. But please don't think that the fundamental trend of gold and silver has changed. The fundamentals are not bearish. This is just profit taking which is going on across the world. So fundamentally, if some your client asks you that if Kunal is saying that the view for the short term is bearish, then why? What is fundamental? Fundamental is not bearish. It is just the profit taking after huge rally, nothing else.
correct. So, taking this into consideration, let's move on to crude as well. What's the sense that you pick up? Do you think $40, $45 per barrel is where we could sustain?
Uh, crude, the only problem with crude oil right now is the way the COVID cases again have resurged in US. So demand concern keeps coming in, but the supply is still not coming back in the market. So maybe US. So whatever drop in production of crude oil, what we've seen, the supplies are not coming back. So no matter what happens, with this dwindling supply, I'm not expecting oil to crash. So I would still say that oil can shoot up and maximum upside. That day we saw 3130, and from there it has again bounced. So 3100 should be the good support for crude oil, and it can bounce back to 30 to 40, 30 to 50 max. Today, I am expecting some bit of upside in crude oil rather than downside because of the US oil production numbers. I'm little positive on crude oil, and I think that it can test 30 to 20. So for the day, I am recommending to go long in crude oil.
Right. And you have been positive, Kunal, with regards to where base metals are concerned. Are you seeing the same trend continuing, taking what's happening across?
Yeah, I'm bullish. I told on Friday that you are going to see some profit taking, and copper can go down till 51520 518. It made a low, and it is trading at 522. So around 520, I would go long in copper. 526, 527, I will book the profits, and 517, I will keep a strict stop loss.
Right. And anything that looks interesting on the agri commodity side?
No, agree. I think most of the people wanted to know what happened with the USD INR pair today. I got a lot of calls and a lot of messages. So I would like to explain what basically happened. So we basically, when this kind of movement takes place, we try to talk to the bankers and come to know. So what analysis, because dollar index was static, and in spite of that, we saw a rupee giving such kind of move. So there is a heard on street that there was an intervention by the central bank. So this is what the herd of street is going on right now, and that has led to this kind of movement in USD INR pair. So I was not expecting such downtick and such kind of appreciation, but uh, we have seen it. So I think the way it is the way it has gone down, it seems that another 20-25 paise uh, upside is still there. So you can see still rupee can edge lower by 20 to 25 paise. And if somebody is long and somebody is stuck, then I think 74, 25, 30, one should book the losses. Because after correcting by 70, so after appreciating by 70 paisa, it is not moving up at all. So there was a massive intervention by our central banks. So this is not the best time, to remain long because what our central banks has done.
Right. And Kunal, overall as well, right now, Where do you see silver levels in downside till expiry? That's another question coming in.
Yeah, so maximum downside I see in silver is around 58 to 59,000 on MCX. Gold around 50,000. That's it on MCX, or maximum 49,500. So if those levels you see, I will again retrade to go long for the long-term bullish trend. So this is just a small phase where we are seeing a correction. So it doesn't change the long-term trajectory of gold and silver.
Right. And another question that's coming in, I think you've replied to that. How do you suggest trade in MCX Bulldex?
Yeah, so Bulldex, like I said, I'm not very optimistic because gold and silver, my view is not very positive. But I'm expecting that Bulldex one can go short around 16,280 also. If somebody short, please try to stay short with the strict stop loss. What we have given, I think 16,475 is the stop loss what we have given. And mm, I think it doesn't look very appealing to me to go long. So today it can go up till 16,300 to 320, but from there I will again recommend to go short on it.
Right. So that's with regards to where MCX Bullex is concerned. Silver, we've already answered, and USD, you've given a response as well. Thank you, Kunal, so much for joining, and thank you, participants, for being a part of the show. And we will see you soon. Thank you so much, and stay safe.